Hello friends, welcome to Tori Talks TV and welcome to our fabulous review of Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 4. Episode 4 is called The Last of the Starks.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
If you say so. So this now is the aftermath of the Battle of Winterfell. So the first 10 minutes I was crying like a baby.
I was as well.
When they were honoring the dead, the people that died in the battle, and then it was almost like they stacked the dead bodies up like pyramid style, and then at the top were like the major characters. Yeah, that was so sad when they had to like light them on fire and people are crying and there's Jorah and Lyanna Mormont and
they said their goodbyes, like Sansa and Theon. That one broke my heart. Every single one.
Everybody,
was just awful.
Yeah, so that was super sad, but then cut to the next scene and it's like, let's celebrate. So then they're like having this party because, you know, they survived.
Yeah, I mean, it starts off a little awkward silence in the beginning, but I think then they start drinking.
Then they're like
loosening up a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Let the drinking games begin.
Yes.
So there's a moment where Dany like looks over at, so Jon is like talking with Tormund and some other people, and she kind of looks over like concerned, and she's like, look who's Mr. Popular, and she's like, uh-oh.
It was really not fair, like when they were like, oh, you rode the dragon, like she's been riding dragons
the whole time.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
It's a very sexist world that they live in.
I know.
100%.
I know,
totally.
Yeah. I did feel really bad for her though, because she's looking around. I mean, she was looking at everybody and she was just like, how's this gonna work?
It reminded me of when you have an anxiety attack. Like everyone's having fun around you and you just see like your eyes are glazed over and there's silence.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine.
It created a really good like feeling of that for me. I did appreciated the moment where she like called Gendry and like legitimized him.
Yeah.
And made him the Lord of Storm's End.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The Baratheon.
He's a true Baratheon.
Yeah, so I thought that was like a really nice moment.
That was cute.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Yeah, so then she like walks away. She's probably feeling overwhelmed at that point.
And Varys notices.
I know, and he like looks like he's going to follow her.
Yeah, he sees everything.
He knows all.
Yes.
Yes. So then there's some like a funny moment where Brienne and Podrick and Jaime and Tyrion are playing their little. I feel like it's like our modern day Never Have I Ever.
Yes,
exactly. If you have, you drink or something. Yeah. So that was really fun. It's nice to see Brienne being light and having fun. And then it's a little awkward when Tyrion's like something about like never.
They take it too far.
Yeah, and they say I've never had sex or something like that.
Yeah, like you're a virgin.
Yes. Yeah. And she like doesn't want to answer.
She's like, I gotta pee.
I gotta pee.
I gotta go.
And then there's Tormund trying to like follow her. He's like, this is my moment. And then Jaime like stands up. He's like, nope. This is my moment.
Yeah.
That was funny and kind of what I've been waiting for.
It is the moment that we've been
wondering
about. I wasn't sure if it was gonna happen, but I was like, all right, there we go.
Okay, and yeah, here it begins.
Question is answered.
Yes, exactly. So then we also see the Hound and Sansa kind of having a little bit of a moment. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. They were talking about how he used to call her little bird.
Yeah, that was so cute.
They talk about it so fondly.
I know.
When she used to hate him and be so scared of him.
And afraid, couldn't even look at him.
But after what she's been through, he's like nothing.
Yeah, after the stuff she's seen and has happened to her. And yeah, she kind of says like, well, all that had to happen because he's like, you know, it wouldn't have happened if you had come with me. And she's like, but it had to happen because I am who I am today because of it. And I'm not a little bird anymore.
And we love who she is today.
Yeah. Like she's strong and
she's awesome.
Yeah, she's doing great for herself. So then outside of the party, Arya, because Gendry's like, at the beginning, he's like, anybody seen Arya?
And the Hound makes fun of him, like, that's what's on your mind.
He's like, no.
But yes.
But yeah. So Arya's, of course, out there practicing, like, archery.
Like always.
Yeah. And that's how she's celebrating. And Gendry's so cute. He, like, proposes to her.
He's like, I love you. And for a second, she, like, kisses him back. And I was like, is something going to happen? And then,
wait, you're going to accept this?
Yeah.
And then in true Arya style, she's like, I don't want to be a lady.
Yeah.
That's not me. Like, thanks. And anybody would be lucky to have you. And then I was like, good. Like, I just felt, wait, what are you doing for a second?
It would have been against what she has become, like, the whole series, if she was just like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So she stayed true to herself.
Yes.
I was glad,
But I felt bad for Gendry.
I know!
Poor guy.
He's having such a great day, and he was on a high, and then he's like, oh man. Okay, on to the next. So then, while this is all happening, Dany appears at Jon's door.
Yes.
And
she's like, "Are you drunk?" He's like, "No." Didn't he like stumble a little bit?
Yeah.
She's like, "No,
no,
I'm not."
Yeah. She's like, "If this is my late night booty call, you better not be too drunk, if you know what I mean." But anyway, so this is the moment where they finally get to kind of talk about like, hey, like, okay, I'm your aunt and you're my nephew and like nobody can know this. And Dany's like adamant about it. Like she's like looking him in the face like, you cannot tell anybody. And of course Jon is like, I have to tell my family.
He's torn. I feel like he thinks about it. Like he's like, well,
True.
Okay, well, I feel like he's playing out like the ramifications in his head. But then at the end, he's just like, he is a Stark and he has brothers and sisters and he wants to like be honest with them. And that would be a big secret to keep from them.
I know.
For your whole life.
And how could you even?
Secrets devour you.
That's true. They fester inside you.
Poor Jon.
And Dany, she's so mad. She's like, we can make it work if you do as I say.
She's like, I just told you how.
Exactly. But I can see both sides. I totally get it. Like, she's, like, worried because he doesn't want to be the ruler of the Seven Nations. And she's like, I want this, and if you tell them, then it's gone.
She's much more, like, savvy than he is because she gets, like, why people won't just be like, okay, you don't want to be king? Okay, we'll let Dany be queen. That's just not the way the world of, like, Game of Thrones works.
Yeah, and she's trying to tell him that, like, I understand you don't want it, but they're gonna make you do it.
He's basically a little bit naive.
Yeah. He is, isn't he? Never knows.
Starks are, some of them, the Stark men are kind of naive, though. Now that I think about, remember Robb, when he was made king of the North, he was like, what, who, me? Same with Jon.
What do I do?
Ned was a little naive.
Oh, yeah. Look at where they ended
up.
The
women, much more savvy.
Agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's awkward. You know.
Yeah.
I see both of
I
their
do.
sides.
You know, after watching it, like, I've watched it twice. Now, the first time I was just like, no, he can't keep that secret. Then I was like, maybe you should keep that secret.
This could be bad.
I don't know. I can't decide what's the best choice. Choices are difficult.
Right, exactly. Yes. Yeah, so then it's the time that everybody, like the whole council, have to come together and strategize about
the war room.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to talk about how they're going to make this happen. And while they're strategizing, Dany and Sansa get a little scrappy with each other. I just want them to get along so bad, but I, again, see both of their sides. Yeah. Sansa's proceeding with caution, that's what I like to say. And then Dany's like gung-ho, ready to go. Yeah. So I understand, but so they have a plan in play. Mm-hmm. Sure. So then it's time for Jon, because Jon's like during that strategizing meeting, he was like, "We'll do whatever the queen says," and then Sansa and Arya are like, "We need to talk."
Because they do make good points. Like Sansa's like, "Well, the people are tired and they're hungry. Let's let them rest. Even your dragon is injured, so maybe we should get everyone right. So let's get healthy." And she's like, "Nope, we gotta do this now. I came here for you," and that makes sense too, because she came here to like fight against the dead. She did. She held up her end of the bargain, and she's, like, really anxious to get going.
You know, it's hard to pick sides when they're actually all on the same side.
Yes. They're just trying to find the best way to accomplish the same goal, which is to, like, get Cersei off the Iron Throne. Because we all agree that that's a bad situation.
Yeah, and they just want the best ruler to rule. Who that is, I don't know. But so now Sansa and Arya are like, well, Jon, we need to talk. So now it's like the Starks, so including Bran / Three-Eyed Raven. Yeah. So they're by the weirwood tree. Weirwood tree.
Yes.
I always say werewolf tree.
Yes.
Sorry. So Jon is like, hey girls, let's just be cool. Yeah. Okay, let's make this work.
They're being very unbending though. They're like, we don't trust her.
Yeah. Not even trying to trust her.
They're like, she's not from here.
Yeah. They're not our kind. Yeah, and then, you know, they're trying to say, you know, you're our brother, you're a Stark. Like, you're not a bastard brother. You're not our half-brother. You're our brother. And then you see Bran just kind of, and Jon, like, look at each other like, should we tell him? Yeah. And then he's like, I'm not a Stark. I've never been a Stark. And it's just kind of, everybody's confused. Yeah. And then Jon is like, looks at Bran. He's like...
Well, he's like, I will tell you something, but you have to promise not to tell.
Swear it.
And Sansa, like, she's like, wait a minute. I'm not going to promise or swear to something that I don't even know. Smart. Arya's like, I'll just say yes.
She's like, yeah, whatever. You're my brother.
Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, that's true. So they both swear. Yeah. Both in front of him. And then that's when he's like, Bran, you tell them. But then we don't get to see. I wanted to see.
I know.
How they reacted to it.
I feel like they've already had us hear it so many times that they just are like, okay, they get it. Because I wanted to hear it, but then I kind of understood why they cut on that moment.
Oh, that's true.
They're like, what's he going to say it again? And a lot of people are kind of annoyed with Bran.
Really?
I've seen a lot of people say, like, no one died, except Bran's fine. Poor Bran.
Three-Eyed Raven, Bran. Bran is dead, guys. So, there you go. technically. So and then another family, the Lannisters are talking. And so it's Tyrion and Jaime talking and having a good old time. And then out of nowhere comes Bronn with a crossbow. Like, hey guys, I'm back.
How stealth is he that he just like snuck into Winterfell with like a crossbow and nobody saw him or said anything?
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I mean, but he's like, he threatens to kill them because, you know, that's what Cersei wants. But then, of course, Tyrion in his ways, he's like, I'll give you something you can't refuse.
Yes.
Which is Highgarden.
Good deal.
Hey, yeah. He's like, yeah, if you can make that happen, that's cool. But, like, Jaime and Tyrion were, like, not even believing him. They're like, you're not going to do anything. No. And he meant business. And I'm not really surprised. I mean... I'm still
on the fence with how that's all going to play out. Because Bronn did say, like, well, I knew Cersei was dead the moment I saw the dragons.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But then, I don't know. I can't figure out Bronn. Very interesting character.
He's mysterious.
He is.
Yeah.
I don't know what his real end game is. Does he just want to have titles and money
and wealth and
all you
women?
Really want?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bad boy though. He's talking about like breaking people's noses when he was like smaller than Tyrion. Like,
don't mess with Bronn.
What happened to him? He's like
he's seen a lot.
He's traumatized.
Yeah, probably.
Does not like rich people.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. And then the Hound has decided to go rogue and go off by himself.
Or at least he wanted to.
And then he's greeted by a friend, Arya.
Yay! I love seeing them on another road trip.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay. Yeah, they're like, they would be like best friends, I would feel like.
They're more like equals now.
Yeah. I think he takes her more seriously.
And he cares about her.
Yeah, he does.
In his way.
It's a little fatherly. It's kind
Special
of cute.
Way.
Yeah, I like that.
I do.
I can't wait till they show up out of nowhere like they always do in some crazy scene, because that's how it works. But so then there's just like people are getting ready to, you know, go they're like saying their
farewells.
Yeah. And there's a moment where Sansa's like watching Dany admire her dragons, and Sansa is just standing there, and then Tyrion comes up, and then she's just looks so like annoyed, and he's like, what? Why are you so mad at her? Yeah. Why do you hate her? And she's like, why her?
Yeah.
And Tyrion, being super loyal to her, is still trying to tell her, like, I think she's the best to rule. And then Sansa, it tells the secret that she swore she wouldn't tell. I mean, that's we think she does, because she's like, wait, Tyrion? Like, she's going to tell him. I mean, we don't hear her tell him.
I see, like, in her face, like, she's, like, going back and forth in her mind, like, should I say something? Should I not? And what we do hear her say is, what if there's someone better? Or what if there's someone else?
Who does she mean? Like herself?
I think it's Jon.
Or Jon.
It's Jon.
Yeah, she's like, what if there's someone else? Because then, that's when she tells him. Yeah. I don't know if who's better.
I don't know if it's a better or worse thing. I don't know. I'm torn.
I'm torn as well.
I guess we're supposed to be torn, I think.
Yeah, this is why it's so fun.
Yes.
This Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so Jon is ready to go, so he has to say his goodbyes. He's going to leave by horse. Tormund comes to say, like, hey, I'm going to go take my people. We're going to go back.
To the north.
To the north, yeah, where we belong. And Jon's like, okay, great, then take Ghost with you. Take my wolf. Yeah. He would do better there.
That was so sweet. Really
sad. Yeah, I know.
Ghost, though.
But then, he doesn't even give Ghost the proper goodbye that he deserves. That was weird. He just kind of looks at him. He's like, all right, I gotta go.
Looks,
yeah. And then Sam and Gilly say goodbye, and Gilly's pregnant.
Yeah.
Baby bump watch. Aww. And, he's like, you're the best friend I ever had. He said, same to you. So everything's sweet. And then, Dany and friends are on their ship, and they're ready to go to King's Landing, and everything's about to get crazy. And then Tyrion is talking to Varys.
Yeah.
And he just told Varys what Sansa told him. This is getting
which Sansa knew that would happen. Hand. She knew.
I think you're right, because that look you were talking about when she was trying to decide whether she should tell him, it was almost like she had a plan, and she's like, I am going to tell him, because she's something's
because
cooking.
She knows there's no way that Tyrion's not going to tell.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, and he even mentioned, he's like, well, now 8 people know this, and it's going to spread like wildfire.
I like how he says, well, once 8 people know, that's information.
Yeah.
It's not even a secret anymore.
That's true.
He knows, because he used to have his little birds.
Oh, yeah.
What are they called, little birds? People, like, the kids who would tell people things?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. His little minions. I don't know. Yeah. No, that's true. And he's so wise. But so while everybody's getting ready and Missandei and Grey Worm have their little holding hands moment and everybody's getting ready to go, Dany's just flying along with her dragons. And then her dragon, Rhaegal, is shot with like an arrow, like a huge. Is it an arrow?
Those ones that, like the scorpion, which is that huge crossbow arrow thing that Qyburn designed. Oh yeah. They have like a bunch of them now.
Yeah, and they're just. I mean, it's like this beautiful moment of her flying on Drogon with Rhaegal next, and she's like looking at him, and then and the music even stops, and he just like falls into the sea and dies.
And like a couple more get him, and like one right in the like throat, and then all this. I was just like, oh my god.
Another dragon down. So sad. And then there's Euron and Fleet, and
I hate that guy.
I know, it's too bad he's so darn good looking. So they're shooting at their ships, and Grey Worm's like, Missandei, get down, and then Tyrion's like trying to dodge the whatever.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah,
they were like just coming at them.
I was really worried, and then Tyrion gets knocked out again. Why does he always get knocked out? And then it's like a blackout moment, and then they cut to the next scene, and people are coming up, soldier crawling out of the ocean on the beach. And where's Missandei?
Oh, Grey Worm's so panicked. He's like, where is she?
I can't find my girl. Yeah, exactly. So, basically, now we're going back to King's Landing, where Cersei and Euron's like, hey, look what I did, babe.
She makes me miss the Night King.
Oh my gosh,
he didn't talk.
Saying a lot. I know, right?
No.
At least he didn't talk.
He didn't make smirky faces that made me want to slap him.
Oh, I know.
Oh, her faces.
I know. She's got resting bitch face for sure.
Yes.
And so then she tells Euron that the baby she's carrying is his. I think I saw that coming.
It's like Robert Baratheon all over again. Oh, it's like her love child with Jaime, and she's going to pass it off as like the child of this other person.
So it's more accepting?
Yeah. Because people are not down with the incest.
That's right. So after they talk about that and like, surprise, you're going to be a father, then we see that Missandei's there.
Oh my gosh, I know.
They captured Missandei. How dare you? The sweetest character. Why do you have her?
I know. She's so, you know what I appreciate about her though? Her face is just so calm.
Oh, that's true.
She's so like, she's not going to let them see her panic.
Right. No, that's true.
Even though I'm panicking.
My heart started beating so fast. I know. So, at this point, Dany knows that they have Missandei. Yeah. And she's mad that they killed her other child. And so she's like, I'm ready to storm the city. And Varys is like, wait. You can't just storm the city. He's like, I told you I would tell you, and I think something is wrong, and you're making a mistake, and this is a mistake. And he's like saying, you don't want to destroy the city that you're trying to save.
And kill, like, thousands of people. And Cersei, in evil Cersei form, she, like, brings the people into the Red Keep as, like, to protect them, but also to use as a human shield, because she knows that, like, her advisors, Dany's advisors, will be advising her against just, like, bringing fire upon the city.
So strategic and so evil. Awful. Yeah. But Tyrion's telling Dany to demand that Cersei, like, surrender and exchange her life, for the throne. And then Dany's like, what, fine. Like, she's like, okay, I guess that's a good idea. And people will see that I tried to offer her a deal and she refused it.
Because they know she'll refuse it.
Right.
There's no way she's going to accept that.
Because it's Cersei, exactly. Yes. So, okay, they got a plan in play. So then, this moment is a little sad.
Yes.
Jaime.
Cut back to Winterfell. So he learns, like, everything that happened.
Yeah.
And so then what he decides to do is,
because we were thinking he was going to stay there.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was going to stay as a guest of
Winterfell.
Lady Sansa at Winterfell.
Yes.
And with Brienne, who is sworn to protect Sansa.
Right.
So, okay, that's cool. Jaime's going to, like, find a content life for now.
Sure. And then he decides... What?
Okay, what does he decide?
What happened? Yeah.
I don't know. I have this question, too, because they have a conversation, and Brienne starts crying and saying, stay here, you're a good man. Like, you deserve to be happy. And he's like, he says, I would have done... He told her about pushing Bran out the window. And about killing his own cousin.
It's like, I'm not a good man.
All for Cersei.
Right.
And that Cersei's hateful, and that he's hateful. But my thing is, I just feel like he just doesn't think he deserves... redemption. A little bit. And it reminds me of the scene after he got his hand cut off and he goes back to King's Landing and they have to like fix him and they offer him the milk of the poppy and he's like no. And he just wants to feel the pain
Oh, man.
I feel like he's like, I don't deserve to be happy because I've done all these awful things in my life, so I'm not going to stay here. And I think he's leaving, but he's letting Brienne think that he's going to save Cersei.
Right.
But he's really going to go kill Cersei. He's probably going to die.
That was profound.
That's what I think.
That's good.
That's what I think.
Because I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, where did this come from?
And he wanted to break her heart so that she wouldn't miss him. Because he is a good person.
I really hope that that's the case.
This is why, like, I've thought about this for a long time.
Good, because I need somebody to tell me what the heck that was. So then Brienne's obviously devastated.
Yes.
But then, everybody, it's the moment of truth.
Oh my gosh.
We have Dany, Tyrion, Grey Worm, Varys, and her Unsullied at the gates of King's Landing. Oh and up top is Cersei and Euron and all those people with little
the mountain
people. The mountain and our beloved Missandei standing there at the edge.
Oh my god.
Looking scared. So sad.
The scariest thing.
It really was, yeah. So Qyburn is acting as like Cersei's like spokesperson.
This little like process that they have though before a big battle where like they go talk.
Yeah.
And they like try to work it out and then they're like, okay. And then it's very weird to me.
How does that work? But yeah, so Tyrion is like on behalf of Dany and Qyburn's on behalf of Cersei, and they're both saying the same thing. Dany wants her to surrender. Yeah, well, she wants Dany to surrender. Yeah. And Qyburn's like, well, if you don't surrender, then we're gonna kill Missandei. What? So, Tyrion tried his best. He tried to go up to get as close as he could to.
So that moment, though, I wanted to, like, reflect on. Because he, like, talks to Cersei. And he's like, you're not a monster. And says, you love your children. And he calls out that she has the baby inside her. And you don't have to die.
Right.
You can, like, save the baby. Die. And she, like, looks up and, like, fighting back the tears.
I saw it.
Fighting back the tears.
I saw it. Mm-hmm.
And then she had a choice. She had that 1 second to make a choice.
Mm-hmm. And
her choice.
She goes up to Missandei, and I'm like, if you push her, I swear to God. And she didn't. But then she's like, maybe you want to say your last words.
Oh, my gosh. Should I say it?
Okay. Well, I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
That, you are her right now.
Okay.
Yes, so tell us.
Dracarys. And you could hear it echo.
Those were her last words, and Grey Worm's like, and Dany, and it was loud, and it was powerful.
It was like, she could hear it all the way down there, and it was like...
Yeah, and
oh my! I have like goosebumps all over again.
She says it, and then Cersei gives the mountain the signal. Oh my gosh, I can't even relive this. And then he chops off her head.
And then, like, luckily they go far back, and we see
Grey
it from
Worm
a distance.
has to turn.
Yeah, no, I had to turn. I turned.
Be beheaded. No. And it is just shock and awe. Cersei looks so satisfied and smug, and Euron too. And Dany is like.
Her face.
It has levels. It was like layers. It was like sad and oh my gosh, I just lost my BFF, and then it was like, oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, she was like playing out everything she's gonna do to these people.
And well done. Well, good acting by Emilia Clarke. That was, I felt everything she was feeling. Yes. And then she and Tyrion kind of looks at her like, I tried, and then she turns around and she starts running. Wow.
Oh my god.
It's a sprint. She's like, I gotta do something. And then that's the end.
Is it just going to be battle next week? Like, this is going to start fighting?
I don't know, because, Emilia Clarke said in an interview that she thinks that episode 5 is a bigger deal than episode 3. Wow! That made me really excited when she said that. So there's got to be something going on. Like, if she's comparing a battle with episode 5, there must be another battle. I don't know.
Well, they have to fight now, right?
Yeah. Now, it's the last war, right? God. Yeah. Come on. Let's get the ball rolling here a little bit. We've had highs and lows, and we need to see what's going to happen. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Well, we will be reviewing that episode, of course. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for more deaths, probably.
Probably.
And lots of sadness and bloodshed. But it's all worth it because we love Game of Thrones. So thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.